forest dwellers. How are you? It is 10 degrees Fahrenheit in beautiful, sunny, northwestern Wisconsin. Chautauqua, Wisconsin, to be specific. Put a pin on your map if you know where Chautauqua, Wisconsin is. Had to run into Quick Trip and do my pre-order. I also did a short while I was in Quick Trip, so don't forget to check that out. Thank you very much for commenting. Let me turn on the comments that Michael tells me to do. Live chat, Michael, we're good to go. Okay, so went into Quick Trip because I have to pre-order using my rewards card. If you know, you know. The rewards. There you go. If you purchase ahead of time for pickup, you get 10 cents off of a gallon of gas up to 30 gallons. So this morning, before I left my house, I'm at $2.25 off a gallon. Today, I am $2.35 off a gallon. So if you're doing the math at home, and I know my friend Lynn is. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Bun. Bud. The gas cherry that you buy is E85 in Eau Claire, and it's under $2 a gallon. Why are you over buying and getting more money off than the gas that you normally buy? I have logic. Bear in mind, I have to be my own mechanic right now in the wintertime. It is what it is. You got to do for yourself survival mode, let's call it. So I know you came to find out the results from my fast, but I gotta talk about this first. Usually in the winter, those of you that live in the southern states, the warmer states, don't understand. Usually in the winter up here, we put a gas treatment in our tanks so that it doesn't cause the tanks to freeze. I like to keep my tank as full as possible, as often as possible to fill it. But I am going to I intend to go to Eau Claire on Sunday for church. Will it happen? I don't know. But I still have $2.35 worth of gas. I intend to purchase the highest octane, the most premium gas, fill up my entire tank with the good stuff because it's winter. And I'm not going to be putting in what we call seafoam. It's a can of gas treatment so that your gas doesn't freeze. It runs better in the winter months, etc., etc. Well, I want to put a full 30 gallons of a higher octane in here to better run in my vehicle. It's the winter months. And if you know I've been taking my breaks. The last break of the day, the 10-minute one, I've been taking it at 12:30, knowing full well I'm leaving at 1 o'clock. So I take my 10-minute break. At the 8th minute, I go outside, fire up old Bessie, spare set of keys, let it run for 20 minutes while I finish my work, and continue on. I feel a sneeze coming on. Oh my goodness. They say look at the light when you feel a sneeze, but I just want to give you a heads up in case I sneeze and you're listening on a device. You might want to take them out of your ears. Oh, too funny, but it's true. I'll listen often to Erin's videos and the animals. This is her life, and I love watching Erin's videos. Booby goats, my girl, Erin. But I can't have the earbuds on because, well, animals. I can't sleep to Erin on the videos, but I can sleep listening to Michael's adventures, and his videos on playlist is always a good thing. A good thing for my ears. I'm backing up. You know I'm backing up. Backing up at work. Okay, Jerry, turn it off. Now I can talk about my fasting. I got that out of the way, the quick trip drama. So at 1 o'clock in the morning, after I fire up, before you guys see me doing my drive home video, I will have the milk and the eggs in my car, and I won't have anything frozen to deal with in sub-zero weather tonight. So this is something here. I am looking right now. Let's turn the camera around and show you. I gotta show you this. I'll get to the results. I don't know if you can see by the door. You see that patch of ice over there? You see that shovel? That was there last night. It was a heck of a time going over that to get to the car. Before I get in that building, though, I'm tempted. I have half a mind, and I'm documenting it right now. I have half a mind to get that shovel and take a swipe and just make a pleasant walkway for myself and put down the ice so I do not fall on my keister. Now, I know everybody's opinions. Jerry, it's not your job. It's not your place. True. Look above the door. See where it's melting? Let's use common sense. We do have a safety department. These are the things that you must be aware of when you own your own business. I have been there. I have done that. Let's turn the camera back around on me. The ketones are working. They're in full force. I feel fabulous. As I was driving and doing a quick live to PT, I let it be known that I'd done my first poop in 3 days, which isn't uncommon. Remember, I'm not eating. I'm not putting anything into my body. Therefore, body makes our own water. Whatever's in there has got to come out. Day 6, that's a whole other issue, and we're not going to talk about it until we get to day 6 and 7. So, today's day 3. I feel fabulous. I don't feel thirsty. I brought along my ice water. This is just ice water. In my handy dandy, my zero carb life thermos. That's a salty sticker because I'm loving stickers. I have to put more stickers all around, but check out the circle of control, what you have control of. And if you want a screenshot, go right ahead. Let me get this out of the way. This is the circle of control. What you have control of. This comes from Kelly Hogan. I ordered my shirts and got 30% off at Kelly's sale that she had. The proverbial Black Friday sale everybody has. So they're due to come into the mail. They're short sleeve. That's fine. I don't necessarily want to wear them in the wintertime here, especially here, because it's so stinking cold. It's cold. You must dress in layers. I have this down coat, and I love this down coat because it has the little individual squares of down, easy to wash, easy to dry. I typically, when I fast, am not cold. I'm kind of hot. But when we're talking sub-zero weather, yes, of course it gets cold. I just wish that I could have this feeling all the time. People don't understand. It's such a euphoric feeling. It's not to the point of where I was in the 70s and early 80s, where I thought I was fat and I did the old purge business. That's a sickness. That's a mental illness. That's not healthy. This is not that type of fasting. It's not. Let me grab the camera so that I can read. It is 12:33 right now. Hello, you have me too close for comfort, right? Sorry, I made everybody dizzy. Sorry for the dizziness. Sorry for the dizziness. Let's see. Lynn says, hi, live again? Hi, Jerry. Yep, I'm going to be doing the lives. Hi, Donna. Hi, Lynn. Everybody saying hello. And you know I said hi to Bun Bun. Hey, John. Hi, how are you? Thank you all for coming on. Michael, 22. Michael saying hello to Lynn. He's saying hello to Donna as well. Everybody loves Michael. There's Thomas. Hello, Thomas or Tom, whichever you prefer. I call my nephew. My brother-in-law is named Thomas, Tom Griggs. I call him Tomas. I am not comfortable calling you Tomas. If you know, you know. Joke, Thomas. I know you're laughing. It's a joke. But that's what I call the brother-in-law. Yes, I love Aaron's videos too. And I bet the cat goes nuts. That's so funny. Everybody's saying hello to Thomas because he's that kind of guy. Friendly guy. Thomas and Michael love all of my subs. Lynn says, that should have salted, but that's kind of dangerous. You think? Yeah, don't fall, says Michael. Remember last night when you guys went home with me? If you know, you know. That's what I have to deal with. So you would think, Jerry, before you pick up a shovel and do your employer's place, don't you think you need to pick up a shovel and do your own house, your own deck? For all intents and purposes, surely I think that. I have the amount of ketones and the super energy to do so. Yesterday, after I shut down the video, I took my shower, brushed my teeth, put my headband on while I listened to Michael's Adventures videos. That's very soothing, listening to the nature sounds and Emily eating. Believe it or not, I have grown to like watching Emily eating. But when I'm sleeping, the sounds soothe me. I slept fabulous until the girls woke me up, the dogs. And I was thinking they were crying because they have so much starvation, those poor dogs. I don't feed them. I abuse my pets. Not. They just aren't on the ketones like I am. They're on the feed me now every day, 24/7, squeaky witty 24/7. So today's the last day, the last 12-hour day. It is, Emily is a little piggy. She is so cute though. Last 12-hour day. Tomorrow it's only an 8-hour day. And then the weekend at the house, ideally I want to be able to get up the tree. The reason I bring up the deck is I'm just using my common sense. I'm working by choice. You'd think that the husband, though, would get off of the recliner. Yes, wife rant right here, right now. You'd think he'd get off the recliner and tend to the deck. A couple of swipes. If it's too much, do a shovel, go back in, take a rest, come back out half an hour, do another shovel. I'm sure you can get it done in 12 hours. We'll find out tonight when I get home. Stay tuned. I want predictions down below in this chat. Is it going to be done or not tonight? It's sub-zero. The sun's out. It's actually 10 degrees, so no excuses. I had to take the shovel and do the last step. We have a concrete step there. But sometimes what I have to do is jump is the wrong word here. Step down because Squeaky takes her lead and wraps it around the bottom board Well, I'll show you when I get home tonight. It'll be easy to show and explain, so stay tuned. Or watch the replay, that's fine. I got a couple of comments yesterday at work asking how it was doing, if I was hungry. Your face looks kind of, one person actually said my face looks kind of thin. So I said to them, joke intended, when I go to physical therapy and she works my knot out, I go into this pillow that the face is out, and I can't shoot. I could do this. Yeah, I'll put you back up. Sorry, I made everybody dizzy. Sorry. The pillow, there's a hole there, a triangle, and you put your face in there. And what it does is pulls your face, because you're in there and you're getting your massage. It's pulling your face. Now, if you sit this way for 20 minutes, I'm just doing this for a few seconds. If you sit this way for 20 minutes after you come out, or in my case, drive into work, your face does look thinner. Everything's being pushed. Did I ever tell you the story about this thing? I wish that would go with the fasting. I don't even remember what dog it was. If it was the ladybug one that we had, I think it was. She got a little riled up in bed and insisted to give me paw in the eye. Thank the Lord she didn't get my eyeball, though. It was that close. It was like a Thomas, that close. So she gave me paw here and pulled my face. It hurt like the dickens. It was so painful. So, what do you think? Should I get an eye job? Then I'll have to be paying off an eye job. I don't think I'll be able to go down and see Dr. Kiltz. I threw that out on a couple of chats yesterday. What do you think? Looks good? Eye lift? Just an eye job, not a facelift. Just to get rid of this that the dog caused. See, look at that. Just lift that up and get rid of that bag. Dog-induced bag. Okay, grab the camera again so I can read the comment. I think Lynn made a comment here. Let's see. Emily, that counts as a free facelift. I want one. That's hilarious. True. True that. I don't think it was hilarious when she was doing it, though. On the other hand, I was not real happy. But puppies, what can you say? I love them. If I was a billionaire and I could, in the middle of my forest, not live in some fancy schmancy house, I would definitely get more dogs and rescue the German Shepherds. We love the breed. They're a misunderstood breed. I like Rottweilers. So when Tom was at, I feel like just saying Tom because he looks like he has a presence. Tom. When he was at his sister's house watching his sister's dog, it made me think about the Rotties that I used to have and raise and breed myself. They're good dogs. Again, a misunderstood breed. They look scary. They're a presence not to be reckoned with for sure. I had a male and a female. Both were big dogs, big barks. I owned a business at the time, an ambulance company, transport company. We transported for handicapped and elderly, ambulance, self-explanatory. We transported for the medical examiner. I told you a little bit about that story before. And after I gave my female Rottweiler to my mom because she fell in love with that dog. As she was dying, I gave her the dog. The male became a little bit more aggressive. He became the garage dog, he became the tough dog in the neighborhood. Yep, you got that right, Jeffrey Dahmer, my Dahmer story. He became the tough dog in the neighborhood, and he was in the confines of the fence. We had barbed wire at the top of our fence. The neighborhood was that bad. If you know, you know. 33rd and Center, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You better be packing heat. I'm just saying. So the dog was locked in the yard where all of our vans and ambulances were kept. And the cops came because they got a call saying we were abusing the dog, leaving the dog out in heat. We weren't. The dog was doing a potty run. And we had, for lack of a better word, a trough filled. It was plastic. I think it was some type of resin. We had to cut it in half like you would when you make barbecue grills or smokers. But it was plastic, and we filled it with water. So the dog had plenty of water all the time. Fresh water every day. But the cops said, bad dog foaming in the mouth, not good, it's terrible, and killed my dog. Shot my dog because the dog was going ballistic with the cop. She was locked in the confines of her own yard, you guys. And the dog, the police officer, Milwaukee County police officer, murdered my poor dog. Yes, that's right. It was horrific. It was painful for me to hear that. I was out. I don't know what I was doing. I was out of the office at that time. And when I came back, I was devastated. I hate that too, Lynn. Just devastated with the whole incident. But after that, after they killed the dog, we didn't get another Rottweiler. It was just too painful. And my mother, the female that we gave my mother, she had her puppies, and she lived until it was about 9 days, maybe 10 days after my mother died and the dog died. Nothing was wrong with the dog. So we say the dog died of a broken heart. What else? The dog was treated, all of us kids, she had 5 children, could have had 8, 3 miscarriages. The dog was treated better than we kids were when we were living in the house. I know. I'm just looking at the clock. I have to go inside, and I'm going to grab a shovel and take one swipe of that path and salt the living daylights out of it so I don't tumble. Yes, I won't fall. I'm going to be very careful. But that ice that's right above the door, yeah, where's maintenance? Knock it down. Knock it down. Okay, toodles for now, everybody. I will catch you on my lunch hour, in which I'm not eating, but I'll be drinking water with you. Be careful out there. Absolutely. Thank you so much. I love you all. See you when I see you, probably after 6. Toodaloo.